What's up, guys? Today I'm working on a 993 in Guards Red. As you can see, this thing is beyond trash. Now, this is Spencer Cock from Speed Sport Tuning. This is his car. Now he's going to turn it into his daily driver, but as you can see, we have a lot of work to do. The interior's trashed, the engine's getting rebuilt by him. But on today's topic, or today's episode, we're going to talk about a very specific topic that is new to the detailing industry, probably about a couple weeks old. And that, of course, is the thin disc foam pad here. And we used it on the Freedom 1 video. Now, typically, I usually use a microfiber cutting pad for things of this nature. Really, really bad, you need to cut. I've been using this forever. This has taken its place. Now this is just a 5-inch, but you know, a normal, the same size, does an amazing job, and it gets through the residue. So on today's episode, we're going to talk about, I'm going to show you the difference between using this and the time difference. It's incredible. That and a lot more coming up on this episode of Ride Along. So that they sit on top of each other. Oh, touch our panel towards the end because you can hear it. All right, guys, I wanted to hop in on this video because I had a major problem with the video. As I was editing it, I got about halfway through it and realized that the major sin in filming is when your batteries die. And sure enough, my batteries died. I didn't catch it until I got here into post. Now, this video is super old. It's, I don't even know, a year or two old. And I just said, you know what? I'm not posting it up. And then today, I kind of got in the mood and I said, you know what? I am going to post it up, and I'll just do this quick little stand-up. So the moral of the story is, instead of me just sitting there mouthing words with no volume coming out, which made my brain explode, but that's a whole other issue, is the difference between these two pads. Obviously, I use this one 99% of the time, and this one's kind of my backup. So the moral, or the whole point of this video, is this Porsche was totally trashed, lots of oxidation. If you remember, there was an old video, I'll throw it up here now, of another red 911. I think it was a turbo, I can't remember, and it was so bad that I had to wet sand it. So I think that was back before these pads were kind of coming out, or at least I wasn't aware of these pads. So if you see in the video, I'm using a 5-inch there. This is an actual 6-inch. I couldn't even get my hands on it. I barely got my hands on that one, so I had to try it. And we used one of the Kevin Brown backing plates where he shaved it off, so it was fine. And you even notice in the video that I didn't have my, the Super Rupes Mark II with the fancy white lettering and all that, or white paint. So this is a bit of a long time ago. Anyways, instead of me running this video, or at least throwing it in the trash, I want to get the point across that this thing, this particular pad it cleans itself much faster and much better than this one. Does it cut as well? I think they both cut equally well. However, this pad, will spit away a lot of the junk faster and easier. Remember, we talk about residue all the time. On normal paint, you can blow this out, the cutting pad, and it'll be fine, right? When you have paint that's this trashed, I mean, totally just all decaying, nasty paint just coming off and coming off, it overwhelms this one. Now, can you cut with this, and can it be successful? The answer is yes. But when you have one of these, and I know this is a weird test, I put my mouth up to it, and if you can suck in a lot of air and blow out a lot of air, man, that means there's a lot of holes in there. That's like a very unscientific way of doing this, and I don't know why. I've done that for years. So when the residue gets in there and you're spinning it, the centripetal force, it actually throws it out there. So what I was doing with the wet sanding video was actually using the water to throw away the residue. Does that make sense? So if you wanted to go in terms of decaying paint or really messed up old hazy paint like that, if it's not so bad, 99% of the time, you're going to use this and just continue to blow it out. If it's really bad, you're going to blow it out more and more and more and more. And then you get to the next level, you can use this pad, and this will help you clean the pad more, and it won't leave residue. I'll try to show a side-by-side shot. It's not a great shot, but you'll see when I use this pad, it finished out nicer because there was less residue than this one. Now, if you get really, really bad and you're like, oh my gosh, even this one's loading up, that's when I started to wet sand in that other video where I used the water. I mean, I got filthy. I was what they call bloody. It was red paint, so it was all over the place, all over myself. But I used the water to kind of wash away. So anyways, that's all the yapping that I was doing in there. I just compressed it into 2 minutes instead of 7 minutes or whatever this was. Plus, I didn't have any volume. At the end of this little talk, I'll do a walk around where I turn the camera on and the camera microphone picks me up, but not my actual microphone here, right there. So I do a quick walk around. You can see the before and after. So last line, they're both fantastic, but when you're in a situation where there's a ton of residue because it's old paint, this one cuts a little bit better, much faster, and has way better residue control, meaning it self-cleaning. It cleans itself, where this one you have to do a bit more work. Having said all of that, I stick with this one on 99% of the cars, but 99% of the cars don't look like that. Does that make sense? Shoot me an email if you have any questions. Better yet, visit my website, ammonyc.com. Click the video section. All of my videos are right there. You can read the topic if you have random questions or whatnot. If something isn't answered there, then of course, email me or call me or what have you. Anyways, thanks for allowing me to salvage this video that's been sitting on my desktop for like a year and a half, because I was so frustrated that I made the cardinal sin of not having my on. Just kidding. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. All right, guys, as promised, here is the final result. I think we still have a little bit of odds and ends to play around with, but for the most part, it's done. This thing was a beast, but using that pad was really helpful. Again, the microfiber pad would have been cool too, but man, these new ones shaved a couple of hours of time. Let me go around the back here. You can see the roof, same thing. Now, one of my tools was missing out of the box, so I need to get a little 2-inch in there, a little 2-inch in there, but as you guys know, I'm at Speed Sport all the time. Now this rear bumper is getting all replaced, so there's no sense in polishing that out. And now look at this, look at that. Pretty amazing that it came out this good. Look at that. As always, thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon.